we're back. Maybe. We don't know yet.
Let us know if you can hear us.
Can you hear us? We restarted it, so it's the weird thing is, guys, it's showing me that the audio is going, but for some reason it's just super choppy.
So, it's the weird thing.
Oh,
And we sound good.
We were good. Okay,
Yeah.
and we're back. We're gonna try that again.
Take two.
Take two. Okay. Everybody, I'm gonna thank Carly right now because she just told me how to fix it, and that's her. Okay, perfect.
So keep telling these people to go to that.
Oh, are we still streaming on?
No, I am not. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of things happening right now.
There's just so much going on.
So,
Child, man.
okay, we're gonna start over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
I'm Lana Vamp,
And I'm Nubia Blanco.
and we are here for our new show. It's called the Fright Night Show, where we talk all things horror.
Yes. So get ready.
And sorry for all the technical difficulties. This is our first go at this. We've been setting everything up all day, and we thought we were good to go, but apparently we had no voices. So, but it's fixed now.
Starting.
And we're over on Instagram too, because I know some of you guys are following us on Instagram. 3, 2, 1, we're live on Instagram. Hey guys.
Hi, guys.
We are over on Twitch, live on Twitch right now. It's twitch.tv/vamp. Come watch the Fright Night Show. We're going to let that run for a little bit, and we'll check in with you guys in a little while. So everyone here on Twitch, basically, yeah, our show is talking about spooky things and horror things, and then we have our phones, so we will be taking questions from you guys. Let me get it up. Mine's super, yours seems to be up to date. Mine's lagging big time. Oh, there we go. I can't even see you guys. So, we will take some questions in a little bit. Maybe we'll just let them build up, and then we'll go back through and take your questions. So, what should we talk about first?
Well, Leanna, what's the latest horror movie you've seen?
Latest horror movie. I actually saw one on Netflix, but I want to talk about it first because I know we had this conversation earlier, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
I loved it so much.
Yeah, I actually was late to the game. I didn't watch it until about last week. So
What'd you think?
You recommended. Oh my goodness, it was. Honestly, it didn't shy away from violence, which is something I didn't expect. I knew Pennywise was going to be creepy because I saw the trailer and I saw the shots from what he was going to look like, but I had no idea they were going to do it the way they did.
Yeah, it was intense. If you guys haven't seen it, I feel like we're not about giving away spoilers, but you should have seen it by now, so we are going to talk about it. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to hear earmuffs,
spoiler alert,
walk out of the room, we're going for it. So I absolutely loved it. I was a huge fan of the original of the book, everything about it, and I felt like it was one of the very few newer horror movies that actually was scary.
Oh my goodness.
And legit, was intense from beginning to end. The story was great, and Pennywise was so good. So good.
I loved him. Tim Curry, you can't really top Tim Curry, but this was a completely different Pennywise that I did not even expect to see. He was intense.
Yeah.
The makeup, the eyes, everything was just so intense. His acting is spectacular. I love him, and the last show I've seen him in is Hemlock Grove. And
you were talking about that earlier.
He's a vampire on that show, and he's already so intense without makeup, and without any special effects, and just seeing him in Pennywise was incredible.
Have you seen, there's a video, I think I saw it on either Facebook or Instagram, where he does that thing with his lip.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Like, I feel like if someone in the room can look that up, we'll show you guys, but it's just so creepy, and it's like you see his face, and then he does the weird, he sucks the lip in and flips down, and it's just weird. It's so, how do you even figure out that you can do that?
Right, and he was saying how he learned to do it to scare his younger brother, which is, Pennywise in the making, right?
I loved it. What else? I know you went, I actually went outside, but the It Experience?
Yes.
In LA.
Thankfully, we had reservations for that. We didn't have to wait. I know there was a long line of people who didn't get a chance to make a reservation, but for just a marketing ploy, it was amazing. I thought it was just, they did what they could with the space that they had, and I was blown away with it.
it's crazy because we were actually, I know we go to our friend's bar, Scum and Villainy Cantina, and it's right down the street. So we had gone to this place. We'd been on the street. Is it Hollywood Boulevard?
It's
on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
We'd been there a ton of times, and then one day we're leaving and we're driving down the street and we see the It House. And I'm like, where the hell did this come from? When did they build it? How did none of us know that it was happening? And it's just there on the corner. You can walk up. I'm sure now, is it still there?
They actually moved it to the Warner Brothers lot.
Okay, so
they're doing like a special tour there, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, you could just walk up and get in line and go through this tour. You guys got the chance to go. Cameron and I went. We went to meet a friend for drinks, and then we waited way too long. And by the time we came out, it was like a 3-hour wait. And we're like, we can't.
Gosh, yeah.
We had a flight at like 6 a.m., so we didn't get to do it. But from everything that I heard, people loved it.
It definitely was. It was very exciting. I hadn't seen the movie yet, obviously, and the trailer didn't give too much away. So the setup of the house, after seeing the movie and understanding like all of the effects that were put into the house, I thought it was just brilliant.
Yeah,
they should do a lot more of those for more horror movies.
I think so.
Could you imagine?
It's a cool experience, and it's something that's like personal to the movie. And honestly, the second that I saw the movie, I already like felt so much love for it because of all the things that I've been seeing. But the movie on its own, let me turn my volume off. Sorry, guys. It's amazing, and I actually want to see it again. So maybe we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll see it for round 2.
Absolutely.
What else? I saw last night on Netflix. I was desperate for things to watch, and there's a new horror movie on there. It's called The Babysitter, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of cheesy, and it has like that 80s vibe to it, but it's filmed really well. And I think we were talking about, Cameron, you said you think it's the guy that did Zombieland?
Okay.
Or something? I don't know that did it, but
Okay.
it's awesome.
I'll check it out, definitely.
And I dig it.
I love that Netflix does this whole like October horror thing where you can go and check out a bunch of awesome movies. I know I was certainly surprised to watch one that I really loved, and it was actually before October. It was A Clown. Have you seen that one on Netflix?
I loved that.
That just blew me away.
It's actually really intense.
Oh my goodness.
Really intense. If you haven't seen it, it's still on Netflix, I think.
Absolutely.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
It is awesome. It's creepy. It's got nothing on it. But it's for the genre of clowns if you don't like clowns, and the story's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. It doesn't go where you think it's going to go, which is pretty cool.
Fright Night approved, definitely.
Yeah.
But speaking of like what's out now, Leanna, you have a show.
I do.
One of your many projects.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So I have a new show. It's called Ghosted. It's out on Go90. You can find it. You can download the app, or you can watch it online. We had our 3rd episode come out this last. Technically, it's Tuesday. It comes out at midnight on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So the 3rd episode came out. It's so fun. It's kind of like it's a travel show meets ghost show. We go to these new locations, we meet the people, we try the food, and then we do ghost hunting at night. So it's kind of, if you're not super into ghost hunting and that's not really your thing, there's something else in it for the show. And if you're into that, it also gives you like some history. I personally love the food. The ghost hunting was number 1, the food was 2nd, and then the adventure was 3rd. We traveled from New Orleans to Mississippi to Alabama to Georgia, and then to South Carolina.
Wow.
Within 6 weeks. So it was a lot packed into a short amount of time. It was really fun. Lots of really creepy things happen. And I won't give away any spoilers because it'll ruin it for you guys.
You have to watch.
But you can head over to Go90 and watch the first 3 episodes.
Keep telling people to go.
Oh, Instagram. We're forgetting about the Instagram, folks. If you guys are joining us on Instagram Live, make sure to head over to Twitch. It's twitch.tv/vamp. I actually put it in my bio. So you can head over to my bio, click the link, and it'll take you right to the fun happening right here.
Oh,
we have questions?
No,
there's a lot of things happening. Oh, someone said, "Hi, Zeb." Who else?
The Babysitter was kind of cool.
Okay. It was cool. It definitely had its like cheese factor, and
but I love that.
But it was cool. It was funny. I laughed, and there's we've seen a lot of stuff, and there hasn't been a lot of horror movies that I'm like, oh my god, that's so 80s and funny and goofy, but still like blood and guts.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's funny because coming back to it. I feel like the original miniseries was based off in like a time period of like the 60s, and this new one was it was like an 80s feel, right?
Yeah.
And it has the kid from Stranger Things, which I can't wait for the new season.
October 27th?
Yeah.
October 27th. Stranger
God,
Things.
it's coming up.
I was just going to say, I felt like it had that Stranger Things vibe. And, I mean, it's a vibe that's been around forever, but we're seeing it a lot more. Everything is going back to the 80s.
Yeah, which is
The 80s
great
was the best.
era.
It was
Oh
the
my gosh.
best.
80s baby.
Yeah.
We're both 80s
Both
babies.
80s babies, so we're partial to the 80s. What else? I feel like we should talk about, like, our love of horror and why we're here. So what was the first experience that you had that made you a horror fanatic?
I actually
I'm gonna
watched,
turn this down
which
real
is
quick,
really
sorry.
funny and such a coincidence. I actually watched It. I think it was one of my first horror films that I saw, and it was one that we really loved. So we watched over and over. But I'm a big sci-fi junkie as well, and so I'd have to say that still one of my favorites is Aliens. Big Xenomorph fan here. And yeah, no, anytime. I mean, horror is that like special. I mean, I love cinema, but it has that cherry topping for me. It's an experience, and it makes you feel something, at least for myself, that I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm a horror addict. I don't know, but
I think for me, so I had to have been maybe like 8 or 9, and I went to my friend's house and I was spending the night, and she said, "Have you seen this movie? It's called The Exorcist."
Ooh.
And my dad and my mom were both from very different religions, but we just didn't. Horror wasn't like a thing we watched. My mom was scared. She's very Catholic, so she didn't really like too many scary things. So I went to my friend's house. I was like, "No, I haven't seen that movie." She's like, "Do you want to watch it?" And I'm like, "Sure, whatever." I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what to expect. She falls asleep. At the time, I mean, we were younger. Our houses had no screen doors. You left the door open, you left the windows open. Like, it just wasn't a thing that people worried about. So she falls asleep. I'm on the couch, literally like this, curled up into a ball. She's snoring. The windows are open. There's no screens. Like, you could just go out. The front door was cracked, and I was frozen in fear, terrified, all by myself. And I remember just like watching the movie, it being over, and like almost just sweating because I didn't know what to do. I had to pee. I didn't want to get up. It was dark, and I literally just like went like this, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and that feeling of terror was like, what else could we watch? And at that moment, I knew I was like, this is for me. Although I was terrified and it made my heart race and I was scared, I wanted more. And that was where it all started.
The Exorcist was actually, it's funny because my parents didn't think that was a horror. They thought it was just like a cult classic, and it was something good to watch with the family.
Possession,
like
family possession.
I don't know, and it was based off a.
Wait, you watched it with your family?
Oh, absolutely. It's so funny because now that I talk to my friends, they're like, I don't know if that would be something I'd let my kids do, but I didn't have a problem with it. We watched Freddy Krueger, Michael, Jason. Those are all like, my mom, if you ask her today, Mom, are those horror films? She'll say, no, those are just...
They're classics?
They're classics. Those are classics.
It's true, they are classics. They're horror classics.
Everyone should watch them.
I agree, everyone should watch them.
But yeah, horror is something that's just amazing. Not too many people can say they're horror fans, though.
That's true.
Not that I know of. I don't have too many friends of mine who are horror fans, and they always, anytime there's a new horror movie, they'll ask me like, "Oh, so is it scary? Like, should I go watch it?" Because I don't want to be scared in theaters.
Well, I think when we met, that was one of like the things that I loved. Is we both love Star Wars, we both love horror, and I was like, oh my god, finally someone that understands me. And now we have this with you guys, and you can hang out with us.
Yes.
But I totally agree. I feel like it's such a genre that you don't. Every once in a while, we find something that's introduced to the horror genre that's amazing, but a lot of the times there's just like mediocre stuff, and I feel like something like It has brought back an awesome film that a lot of people now didn't even know was a miniseries. They didn't know was a book. Yeah. They're just, which is awesome because it's introducing them to a genre that now they can go back and appreciate those older things.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that there are definitely going to be more movies like that in the soon future.
If you two had kids, would you let them watch horror movies?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I feel like.
Repeat the question.
Oh, repeat the question. We're like double streaming right now. We're here and then we're there. So the question was, if we have kids, would we watch horror movies with them?
Let them watch.
Let them watch. Well, I guess it depends on how old they are and what movie it is. But I feel like at a certain age you would know when it depends on the kid. I guess you would know if they're capable of handling something super scary or if they're going to sleep in your bed with you for a month because they're going to be terrified. But I guess I would give them the option, or at least try it, and if you know they hate it, then you're like, okay, you can't handle that anymore, maybe we'll wait.
Yeah, I think I was introduced to it in such an early age that I never really thought that that was something I shouldn't be watching or something I should be afraid of. It was just like, this is what we're going to watch as a family, we have surround sound, the lights are off, like, this is the thing we're going to do. So, yeah, I would definitely let my kids watch horror. I don't see a problem with it, but I understand that some horror movies, especially the ones that have come out in the last 10 years, are very bloody and gruesome.
Maybe a little too intense.
They could be, but I personally like those movies.
Yeah.
But I could see how for younger children it might be a little too much.
Yeah. So use your best judgment.
Yeah.
Everyone over on Instagram, if you're still watching, join us here on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/vamp. And we're taking your guys' questions. We're not going to take them off of Instagram just because it's too many questions. So if you guys have questions, bring them over to Twitch and we will answer them right here for you. I completely lost track. You guys got crazy on here. There's so much going on. So
Christopher J. Smith says The Shining is a good horror movie classic. Absolutely.
Yes. Favorite horror movie of all time?
Lost Boys, which for 80s is definitely a horror movie. Now, I mean, I'm sure it's a little cheesy, but
I feel like a lot of the older stuff, you rewatch it and you're like, well, that wasn't as scary as I remember it. But that's kind of what's cool about it. For me, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. Freaking love it. And it's still, when I see anything Nightmare on Elm Street, like I've rewatched them a million times, but it's just that feeling that I get of, I'm gonna actually have something I can show you guys.
Ooh.
We just have Freddy Claus hanging out on the set.
I love it.
What else? Is there any other questions on there? Good ones?
Oh, I have DBZ, which I'm thinking he's trying to spell Batman with twos. I know it's scary, but I remember the Hocus Pocus was my first movie. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Oh my goodness. Which is something I have to rewatch every Halloween.
Same. It's not Halloween until I've seen Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Last year, we were flying home from somewhere, I don't remember where it was, and it was the day before Halloween, and we get on the plane, and it was Delta, and they call it like the movie spotlight or whatever, turned on the thing, and it said Hocus Pocus movie spotlight, and I was like, hallelujah, thank God, it is officially Halloween, and I watched it, I think, 2 times on the plane. It was great.
It never gets old. It's such a great movie.
We actually just went to, oh my God, Disney World, and we did Mickey's Halloween party, and if you get the chance, we have Mickey's Halloween party here in Anaheim, but at Disney World they have the Hocus Pocus show.
Ooh.
And it is so amazing. So if you get the chance, you have to go check it out. Mickey's Halloween party, they do trick-or-treating and stuff, but the show and the parade are so fun.
I've only done Mickey's Halloween time here in Anaheim one time, and I loved it. I only found that the trick-or-treat lines were very, very long. I wanted treats, and it was way too long for me to wait.
Go to Orlando. We had bags of candy. It was really good candy.
So much better.
It's very good candy. Everything is better in Orlando.
Which you were just telling me about Horror Nights in Orlando.
We'll move this conversation to all the cool horror stuff, like events. We've done Horror Nights here.
Yes.
We just went, Cameron and I went to Horror Nights in Orlando last week or the week before. Mm-hmm. It is so cool. It's essentially what we have here, but just bigger. There's a couple more mazes that we don't have here. And everything, the mazes are longer because they have more room. Yeah, they can build bigger sets and bigger mazes. It is so much fun, and one of my favorite things is to have the scare zones. So like just the areas you walk through, but it's trick-or-treat themed. So there's like little Sams walking around, and it's just lit up really cool.
Oh my
it's amazing.
Gosh, that's awesome. We should have that here.
I know.
I don't know why they don't do that. But yeah, Horror Nights. We actually both have a frequent fear pass, and are actually looking into going tonight.
We are going to go tonight. So if you see us, say hello.
If you're in the area, you should definitely go check it out.
What else? What's happening? Oh, he's telling us.
Hello.
They're like directing us over here of things that we're doing wrong. I'm like, just tell us. If it's not good, just tell us. Talk louder.
Louder.
Oh.
Okay. I feel like we have to. Well, we are going to fix this mic situation. We're running the mic off the laptop because the mic on the camera's not working. But we have a good mic, so next time you'll be able to hear us.
What's your favorite movie snack?
Movie snack.
Red
Ooh.
vines.
Which, snack time.
Oh, speaking of snacks.
We have a special guest today on the show.
It's our Newcastle burgers. We were starving before, and then we decided to start, but so we just put...
White Castle?
White Castle? Did I say Newcastle?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of beer.
Beer?
Not
Oh.
beer burgers. White Castle. But I can't. I have my fangs in, so I have to, like...
Oh.
I have to, like...
I have lipstick on. Oops. It would be a horror movie for sure.
Mm-hmm.
On set.
I'll eat, like, have dentures, because my teeth are going to fall out.
Have you guys had these guys? They're so good.
Amazing. 60 seconds in the microwave. It's probably not the best thing. We probably shouldn't be talking about really crappy food for you, but we like it, so that's what's important.
This is yummy. Let's do.
Instagram, head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/vamp. We're taking questions.
Newcastle plus White Castle equals dream.
Oh, that's good. See, I was going somewhere with it. Someone said, oh wait, did you say your favorite snack? Movie snack.
I got so distracted by these burgers.
Tiny little burgers under the table.
Movie snack. Oh my goodness. Well, for it, I went to the Burbank location to watch the movie, and there was a little candy shop right down the street. And so we went in there and we sampled a bunch of candy, but we actually got chocolate-covered gummy bears that were to die for. Have you guys had those? Oh,
at the movie theater?
My God. No, there's a
little
little shop.
It's a separate, like, specialty candy.
Where you can actually just go and you grab a little bag and you fill up as much as you want. Oh my gosh, those were amazing. I hadn't had those in a long time, and I feel like those are now my, again, new favorites.
It's not weird with the chocolate?
No, it's like almost, it adds so much to it. It's like it's a top layer of chocolate, and then you get to the gummy, and it's like a raspberry flavored gummy.
I love
so
gummy
good.
bears. We should have red vines.
Ooh, red vines. Have you
red
had
vines?
the grapevines?
Those classic movie red vines in an icy. I'm terrible. This nutrition is not very good. It's going to sound terrible, but in a cherry icy with the red vine and popcorn, that's like my dream team movie snack combo.
Which I haven't had movie popcorn. Movie theater popcorn in so long. I feel because I, usually, even a small, I'll get through it so quickly before
I'll eat
the movie
large.
starts.
I eat the whole thing.
That's the thing. I don't order the large because I'll eat it all.
But
it's just so easy to just shove in your mouth,
Oh, free refills on the large.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is there napkins? There are napkins. You can't get ketchup on our couch.
Keep saying Twitch links, people are asking.
Oh, yeah. Instagram.
God.
Food in my mouth.
It's like the brain of a goldfish.
I do. I have a brain of... There's a lot going on right now. If you're watching on Instagram, head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/vamp. We'll take your questions on there. I can see it in the mirror in the reflection. There's so many questions coming up, but we're going to answer all your questions on Twitch. So head over to twitch.tv/vamp
and ask
join us. Ask them again for the Fright Night show. Anything else popping up on there? Oh, what about other horror things in LA? Have you done anything else?
Let me see. Oh, I haven't done Not Scary Farm in so long. I know that you just went
2 times.
Oh my gosh.
Full food.
I haven't gone in maybe 8 years, and I know I'm missing out because I know that the production value has probably gone up since 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's so good. The one thing that I do have to say is any kind of theme park where they have mazes, they're always really short. And you feel like you waited an hour in line or an hour and a half in line, and you go through it and it feels like 2 minutes and it's over. The Knott's ones are really long. You're in there for a couple minutes. My favorite one, it's called, was it called Trick or Treat? Trick or Treat. And I'm just going to say the name, and when you go, just go to it because I don't want to give it away. It was so much fun. And then Elvira has her show. It's her, Elvira Messages of the Dark has her show. It's the last year she's doing it at Knott's.
No.
And it's the best one.
Okay, then I'm definitely going to have to go this year because I don't want to miss that.
We should go. Maybe next week we should go.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It is so funny. It's hilarious. It's the best one I've seen, and I've gone for the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh my gosh, Elvira. I used to love her movies. How does she look now? I'm sure she still looks amazing.
I don't know what I want an ounce of what she has.
She's probably a vampire.
She is so beautiful. You see her, she looks exactly the same. During the show, they do a little bit of, like a little video montage, kind of going through the years of her doing her show. And you see her in, God, I don't know how many years she's been doing it. Maybe the late 80s? I don't know if it goes back that far. And to now, and she looks exactly the same.
It's insane.
And her
that.
body is the same. I'm like, can I please have...
Does she wear her dress?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh, I have to
And
go.
there is... Oh, I can't give it away. At the very end, there's something that you will see, and you're going to be like, holy shit. It's so good.
I can't wait.
We're going to go.
Excited.
We're going to go. I'm going to eat the rest of my floor burger.
Does Vamp eat with the fangs? Well, she's
usually
doing
don't.
it right now.
I usually don't because they're very delicate and very fragile, but I feel like taking my teeth out on the stream is a little weird. So I'm doing my best.
Horror computer games? You know, I actually I've played the Jason video game. What is it called? Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh, where you actually get to like play a victim in like a Jason movie, and it's amazing. And if you're lucky enough, I think if you survive long enough, you actually get to be Jason, and you start just killing people off. It's intense.
Is it on PC?
It's like it's on. We were able to play it on the PS4, but I'm sure it's available for other consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll figure out how to do that and we can play that.
Honestly,
on stream.
The effects and the music and just, I felt like I was watching a horror movie, but like live.
But you were in it?
Definitely. I had to like turn on some of the like ambient lighting because I was like almost frightened by
Freaked
it.
out?
You know, you're like hiding in small spaces and
yeah.
Jason's coming to get you. And you know, I don't know if anyone who's played it has experienced other people killing them. Not even as Jason, just randos. Because we certainly had randos like coming at us with knives and like for no reason. Like I wasn't even expecting that. I'm like, oh my god, you can see that.
Is it like teams or is there?
No, you're just. Well, I mean, you're
just trying to stay alive. I guess.
You know,
the point.
Maybe some people may have played as teams, but I mean, we were alone, and it's definitely something to check out.
Carly's texting
what game
me.
Again? Tell me what game.
Oh, what's you know what's called?
The Friday the 13th.
Just Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you should check it out. It was intense, and I love horror, and I love Jason, and I just felt like it was definitely something that I had to keep lights on for because
that's the best.
Yeah.
Tell them where to go again, and it's off.
Instagram. We're gonna cut it off on Instagram. So if you want to keep joining us, head over to twitch.tv/vamp and join us on our show. It's the Fright Night Show, and you can ask all your questions here. We'll see you soon. Now back to you guys.
Have you had any bad horror movies lately? I'm sure they've
bad.
Seen any bad horror movies lately?
Bad. Oh yes. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, probably that's a good thing.
Was it called Cameron? Was it called The Atonement?
Oh, I think I was.
Is it called The Atonement?
Yeah,
oh man, guys.
Is that bad?
So when we're really desperate for entertainment, we go to Redbox because it's $1.20 or $1.30. So you figure, you know, whatever, it's $1. If it's terrible, it's not a big deal. We got The Atonement. It had the description. Cameron read it. He's like, this looks good. Then Cameron fell asleep. And I was so invested, I stayed up the whole time like this just to see how bad it got. And it was so terrible.
How bad it got.
I felt like I should have called for a refund. Like I should have called Redbox and said, you should take this out of the box because no one should be tortured with this film.
Oh, that's awful.
So don't.
Talk about Babadook.
Oh.
Babadook?
Have you seen Babadook?
No, I have not. Is that any good?
Babadook is
Ask any of them if they've seen it.
Oh.
Have you guys seen
Babadook?
Babadook?
Has anyone seen Babadook? I personally love it so much. You have to see it. You will love it. At the beginning you're going to be kind of like, where is this going? But I feel like something that makes you frustrated a little bit is kind of good because it gets your emotions going.
Right.
And then you're that much more invested. It's a very, very good film.
It wasn't a horror movie, but it was definitely a horror type of show. It was, what was that? On Netflix that we just recently saw. It was a chick version of, what's it?
Van Helsing?
I'm sorry?
Van Helsing?
Van Helsing, yes. It was like
It's a
chick.
girl?
She's like, Van Helsing is a chick. It was just very strange. I mean, I'm all for it. Chick's role. But I could not get into it. Maybe the acting or the premise, it was a little too much for me. I had to turn it off.
Well, I was going to say, tell me what it's called, but if you don't like it, then I'm not going to watch it.
It's called Van Helsing.
Oh.
It's pretty obvious, but then you actually watch the first episode and you're like, oh.
No, thank you.
It's a chick. And, yeah, no. I don't know. I couldn't. Maybe it gets better. I didn't stick around too long for it, but, I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Babadook, though, is thumbs up. Clearly Van Helsing is thumbs down. The Atonement is thumbs down. So we're going to be giving you our very honest opinions. If we don't like something, you're going to know that we really don't like it. And if we love something, you'll know that we love it.
Has anyone else watched it?
Well, okay. The thing with questions is there is a delay on this. So when we ask you, hey, what have you guys seen, or what are your favorites and what do you not like, then by the time you guys answer, we've already moved on. So, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let us know what some of your favorites are, because maybe it's something that we haven't seen.
Disney or horror? Which is Vamp's true love?
Disney or horror?
How did you choose?
Do I have to? Can I like put them in order? I feel like Disney, they're so different. I'm a huge fan of horror, like huge. It's my one love. So I'd probably put that above, but they're very close. They're like all on top of each other.
Yeah. Which is really funny because growing up, like I said, we used to watch horror movies as a family, but we'd always follow up a horror movie with a Disney movie because our parents knew that, you know, we might get nightmares, so Disney would fix it, you know, and
then Bambi comes in and
everything's
fine.
And everything's great, and you'll be able to go to sleep because Disney movies, right?
Have you seen The Possession? Have you seen The Possession?
I have not, but that sounds like something
it does sound good.
Watch.
Is it good? Brian, Cass, 81. Is it worth seeing? Someone just wrote. Oh, Brian Cass also wrote Kate Beckinsale.
Oh
I
my
like
gosh.
Kate Beckinsale too.
How do you feel about Alien Covenant? Oh boy, here we go.
You wanna go first?
Well, we both went to Comic-Con, and there was an experience there that we both did.
Waited in a really long line.
Oh my gosh! But we were so excited.
Well, can we rewind back? We were really excited because we went by the front and they had swag.
Oh, that's
and we saw there was pins, like alien pins, and we're like, how do we get those? Yeah. What do we have to do to get those? And like, you gotta go and whatever. She's like, okay, we're gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
continue.
There's this box, and you don't know what's going on. You just hear a bunch of movement and a bunch of screaming. So it's kind of like exciting.
We waited like an hour, right? Maybe longer.
Longer, probably. They said maybe 45-minute wait, but
it was way longer.
Yeah, definitely not. Experience, you know, it was cute. Got you excited about the film. But once we saw the film, big Alien fan, like I said, and so I was really, you know, the artwork for it just really was false advertisement, I feel. Spoiler alert. It wasn't what I went in there for. I got 4D box seats.
Oh, so you were ready for
my gosh. I was like, yes, this is a movie that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was like, this is going to be violent and it's going to be amazing. It wasn't. It was really disappointing. Better than Prometheus, though.
See, I disagree.
Really?
Okay, I'm going to give you my thoughts on Alien Covenant.
Okay.
My one word that I can say to describe the movie, predictable. Everything that happened, you're like, okay, she's gonna go here. Okay, this is gonna happen. Yeah. Oh, here comes the monster. Oh, you like everything just laid out exactly how you imagined, and it made women look like we are incapable of doing anything,
which is not.
Is not the case.
No,
we can't figure out Twitch, but it took us a while and we got it.
We could figure out the audio on Twitch.
I just felt like this group of people is a group of people that is starting a new colony. They are going to create new life, and they're going to be the beginning of the future of the world. And you have a bunch of idiots who can't shoot a gun, who are like just like incompetent. I was like, this is ridiculous. And I just felt like it was very predictable and not what I expected. They hyped it up, and we watched it, and I was like, this is not. I'm not happy.
I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to, but the backbursters versus the chest bursters, I mean, wow. That scene in itself, I know we saw in the trailer, and I hate when they do that.
Yeah, all the best parts were in the trailer. Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, that was amazing. If we could just have a chest burster and a back burster going at the same time, that would make...
The person just like splits in half.
Oh my gosh, that would be something I'd definitely watch.
Someone asks, Jeff Comic 86, do you have a favorite horror comic? I would say The Walking Dead.
Definitely.
Because I love it so much. And who's excited? It comes out next Sunday.
Oh my gosh, really?
1 week from now.
Wow. Okay.
It is season 8, right, of The Walking Dead? Or I could be making that up. I think it's season 8. It's also the 100th episode, which is really cool. It's crazy to think that they've had 100 episodes of The Walking Dead.
You know, I feel like The Walking Dead was definitely one of those shows that made made people be interested in horror.
100%.
It was. It became so popular, and everybody wanted a piece of a zombie.
Yeah.
And then zombie movies started coming out, and that just completely opened up a new door for horror.
Yeah. Well, and if you watch The Walking Dead and you've followed it, the very beginning it was a zombie apocalypse show. Mm-hmm. It's this group of people that is faced with the zombie apocalypse and they have to survive. But as the show continues, it's really a drama. I mean, think about how many, interactions they actually have killing zombies, and now it's more of like surviving and how you interact and what the decisions you make. So I do agree. I think that it's opened the doors to a lot of people who would never be. My sister-in-law is we were actually talking about this yesterday. She's terrified of anything scary, and she loves The Walking Dead.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Which is funny, watching the show and thinking about, where we're heading and all this. I don't want to get too, current events type of talk, but I've thought, watching the show, I've thought, would I do that? What would I do? Mm-hmm. Would I kill everyone that came around, or would I start a community of sorts? Which is the show. It kind of just goes from, that evolution of, what do we do now?
Right.
Do we stay close-knit, or do we try to expand? But I've definitely tried, started thinking about what would I do?
What would our zombie apocalypse, say it happened right now, what would we do? We have weapons.
I go up high, the hills, so I could just...
Up high? We have to gather the weapons.
I'd make my fort up in the hills so I can overlook and make sure I see everyone that's coming in, because I don't mess around when it comes to that.
I feel like weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Weapons in the car, up the hill, and make a fort.
Yes, and food gathering.
And if we like you a lot, you can join our up in the hill fort.
Yes. You have to like horror.
But you have to like horror, and you have to contribute. You have to come with some sort of skill or offering desserts. We don't ask for a lot, but we're very simple people.
Absolutely.
Someone said, I wonder how many people have zombie plans now because of that show. Hopefully a lot, because you never know.
Yeah. Yeah. And here in California, we have bigger issues like earthquakes.
Yeah.
At least currently. Because of everything that's going on around us. But zombies, man, it can definitely happen. We're heading that way.
Carly's texting me, guys. Carly, if you weren't here when we first tried this, immediately we went on, she's texting me saying, we can't hear you, something's broken, and then she's sending me screenshots of how to fix it. So everyone, if you're not following Carly Woods on Twitch, you should follow her and at least go on there and thank her for saving our asses, because we wouldn't be here if it weren't for her.
Please in the comments.
Treehouse is the best spot. Ooh, a treehouse.
Treehouse is a good spot, but it's also you're in the treehouse. You have your fort, you have your food, you have your weapons, you're in the treehouse, but then say all the zombies come to your tree and you need to get out. You're out of supplies.
You have to have a zip line set up.
But if you're in, so you have to pre-plan.
Yes.
Treehouse with a zip line.
Yes, escape route. Ready to go. I'll bring Red Vents an icy machine. Ooh, an icy machine. We actually have that at my job.
Do you really?
And every time that I'm in there for lunch, I look over and I look at the icy machine and no one's using it. And I know it's there. I just haven't gone around to getting it.
It's also not the best thing for you. It's a lot of sugar.
It really...
So tasty.
Yeah, it's so yummy.
It's very tasty.
Which is your favorite flavor?
Cherry.
Cherry. That's a good one.
OG cherry.
See, I'm not a klutz or anything, but somehow food manages to just somehow end up on my clothes. And the cherry one is always really, really difficult.
That's why I wear black.
Yeah, right?
I'm wearing white right now, but it's always black, so if I spill, you can't tell.
Someone's asking about the Conjuring series.
Oh, I love The Conjuring. On the plane, because I travel a lot, but they always have The Conjuring on there, and that's one of those newer movies that I can watch over and over again. And I feel like there's not that many newer horror movies where I feel like old classic ones that you want to watch over and over again, but I feel like that with The Conjuring.
Yeah. No, which series, which I almost thought that you were meaning there was a show based off The Conjuring, but there is a show based off The Exorcist. I know you're a big fan.
Yeah.
Did you watch that with Gina Davis?
I don't think so. Where was it on?
I got to watch it off of Hulu, I believe.
It's still on.
Oh, yeah,
is it currently on?
But I think the last season just ended, and it was a show that I, thought, what, this could be good.
Yeah.
Because Gina Davis, Beetlejuice, was on it, and I was all stoked about it. It was amazing. amazing.
Is it one season or is it?
So far, it's been one full season, and it ended in this cliffhanger, which is absolutely amazing. And I was so blown away by the effects and the fact that they really like went full like Exorcist style.
Projectile vomit?
Oh my gosh. No, it was beyond projectile vomit. It was just like, I mean, I won't spoil it for you, but I've looked forward to the next show every single time.
Huh. On Hulu?
It was on Hulu.
And it's just called The Exorcist?
The Exorcist.
Okay.
Yeah, with Gina Davis.
Add that to the list.
Scroll military, guys.
All the way at the bottom?
It's just
all of my military guys are huddled around me.
Aww. Hey everybody in the Marines. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. We couldn't be doing the things that we're doing if it weren't for you guys, so thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Mwah.
James Blomberg. They love your Fiend movies.
Aww.
Who doesn't love that?
You need to repeat and talk instead of just doing.
I'm trying to read the things. Mine, for some reason, mine's not going.
Oh, mine is. There was a British show that was basically The Conjuring 2 that came out a year before the movie, and it was so good. What was the show called?
Yeah, tell us what it was called. We want to hear. We want to hear everything that you guys love about horror movies, horror shows.
Please.
If it's something that we haven't seen, we'd love put it in the comments. And then those are things that we can watch and talk with you guys about next time.
That's an original.
Brian Cast 81. The Possession is the Jewish version of The Exorcist.
Oh, that's the one that he was talking about before.
Yeah.
Original Hellraiser.
Original Hellraiser. Oh my god, I just rewatched again because it's just one that I like to watch.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I watched it with my little sister who's not. She likes
how
the
little?
classic. Real little, as in like 8 years younger than me.
Okay.
Not so little. I still look at her as little. And she could not turn her eyes away from the TV. She was so intrigued, and she doesn't like gore and blood, and she absolutely loved it.
Really?
She's like, this is not at all what I expected. I thought when people talked about Hellraiser, it was going to be like this incredibly violent.
Yeah.
And, you know, it had its moments.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
But it kind of led you to it. It wasn't just like random.
Blood and guts, yeah. I think that growing up and watching horror movies, there's something to be said about going back and rewatching them because there's so much more that you didn't notice when you were younger that you didn't even understand. It just went right over your head.
Oh, yeah.
And so much more that you can appreciate now going back. Some of it's super corny, which is also cool too.
Yeah.
But you'll catch a lot of things that you missed.
And that actually, I was just thinking about that when I was seeing that there was a new Chucky movie out. So Chucky, my family again.
What is it? The Cult?
Classic.
Cult of.
I haven't seen it yet. I saw the last movie before this one.
Yeah.
I was really actually surprised that it was such a good movie. Maybe I went in with low expectations because of how many Chucky's movies there's been. But Chucky's definitely one of those. Freddy Krueger and Chucky.
Yeah.
Some of their jokes, I don't think I actually understood as a child.
Oh no, because they were like terrible.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
But actually seeing it as an adult, they were really funny.
Yeah.
Like Freddy, I already thought was funny, but as an adult, I just find him incredibly funny
and witty.
Crude.
Chucky, Cult of Chucky is the new one. We started watching it last night.
Really?
I mean, I fell asleep.
Oh no.
No, I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing through, so don't judge me on that. Yeah, I have to see it from beginning to end, but it was alright. I feel like there's certain things that, if you're gonna remake it, or if you're gonna do another one, like, do it justice and make it good, and don't skimp out and don't be cheesy.
The last one was good. It got right down to it. It was Chucky all the way, and I loved it. But I guess this one's not so good.
I mean, I'll give it another shot. I'll watch it. I'll be fair, and I'll watch it from beginning. Oops, fell into the burger plate. I'll watch it from beginning to end, and then someone wrote Chucky is okay.
Well, I didn't even know he had a new movie until
I didn't either.
We rode the tram, and he was actually conducting this year. Chucky's the conductor.
Yeah.
The tram ride at Universal Horror Nights, and he was
like, watch my new movie or something along those lines. Like, you better watch my new movie.
I had no idea he had a new movie, and so I was really excited. I'm like, oh my god, Chucky's back.
That's bad promotion, guys. Get on your game.
Talking about the Fiends loves the Monster Mash, and another person's asking how do we support the Vamp Fund.
Oh, okay. So I just posted a video if you're following on Instagram. My puppet show, it's Best Fiends Forever. We did our Halloween episode this year, and we redid Monster Mash. So we did Monster Mash with our flair. It's on my Instagram, and you can go to the YouTube page. It's youtube.com/fiendtv to watch the full video. On Instagram, I just have like a minute preview.
That's fiendsforever.com.
And
So where do you go
fiendsforever.com.
to actually watch it?
So if you go to fiendsforever.com,
Yes,
bestfiendsforever.com, it will have a link. But if you just want to go to YouTube, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/fiendtv.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'll have
Vamp Fund. Someone's asking how to do
Vamp
it.
Fund.
Ooh.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
well, on here, is it not working, guys? Because I think Carly texted me on there saying that she tried to donate and it wasn't going through, but it shows on here that it's going. I can't really log into it. I'll have to check it later. But there should be just a donate button on there. Do you guys see it on there? No?
I'm not sending them.
I'll check. I'll figure out what's going on, because on here it shows it on the bottom of our screen. But for some reason, I don't know. Let me see what Carly texted.
Someone's asking how do you feel about Hotel Transylvania 3 coming out?
So, the question is, how do you feel about Hotel Transylvania 3? I loved the first one. I thought it was so freaking adorable. The second one was cute. I was entertained, but it just felt like they were like trying to stretch it out.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of introducing spooky, creepy things to kids at a young age. And that's what we try to do with the puppet shows. We call it creepy cute, because all of this stuff it's very fun, and kids are taught to be scared of things. Like, they're not born into this world with fears of certain things. There's interactions or things they're told or stuff that happens to them that causes them to be afraid of things. If you were to see a monster for the first time and you had no, I guess, idea of what that is, you would just think, oh, well, that's something new. I don't know what it is. I want to understand. But when someone goes, or makes that reaction, a kid's going to be scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like stuff like that. I know there's a new Disney show that came out. It's like a vampire. I don't know what the name of it. But that's like the goal that we have with our kids' puppet shows. We want kids to know that spiders aren't scary. They can be dangerous, but they're not. Ghosts can be cute. Zombies can be cute. Bats can be cute. You know, it's not a scary thing, and I think that those types of shows coming out is a good thing. And I appreciate them. I think they're adorable.
I would have loved to see those kind of shows growing up.
Same. We had Beetlejuice. I think we
Oh
had
gosh,
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, the animated series was hilarious. It was great.
I think as a kid there was Beetlejuice. There was a Nickelodeon show which nobody really remembers, but I don't know if you watched. It was called All Real Monsters.
No.
It was like all like AHHH Real Monsters, and it was these friends, a group of monsters that lived in the sewer.
Nice.
And they were really creepy and weird and kind of like Tim Burton-esque, but it was just cool. It was very different, and I loved it. Like, that show and Beetlejuice were my absolute favorite.
Anything dark, I was definitely drawn to, and so Gargoyles was like really
Gargoyles
big for me,
was awesome.
you know, and the Batman animated series
Yeah.
was amazing because it was dark and it was something different. That I've always been drawn to that.
Yeah. Is there really anything out there now besides movies
For
shows
for
for kids?
I tried, because I love cartoons, and I tried watching some of these new cartoons, and I just could not.
It's not the same.
I was not entertained. It wasn't even educational, to say the least.
Yeah.
No, it was all bland and these.
Well, and I also think the attention span of
That's
kids
true.
now is very different. So
Especially
everything's
technology.
it's
Yeah.
fast
Yeah.
and quick, and kids are on their iPads and their on the phones and stuff. So it's a very different time.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
Meh. Yeah.
Does anyone remember Monster Squad?
Oh my
Monster
God, Monster
Squad.
Squad is
Such a great movie.
such a good movie. Where did my thing go?
Yes,
People
there's
are
another
pissed they can't find the button.
The
they see
donate button,
tracker,
right?
But nothing's there.
Goosebumps.
It's so weird.
Yes,
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. One
Guys,
of my favorites.
We'll figure out the donation button. I don't
People are asking how often you'll do these shows.
a lot. We're actually talking about well, technically it is the week, so
Yeah.
maybe later this week we'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll post all over the social media. Oh, and speaking of social media, we have an Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's at Fright Night Show. We have a Twitter. It's at Fright Night Show, and we
Nothing tell them to follow you.
and follow us. I'm just Vamp on social media.
And Outer Space Mermaid. Big sci-fi junkie.
So follow us, and then we'll keep you posted on everything when we're going live again. But most likely Thursday. I think we're talking about Thursday. So we'll keep you posted on what time, and then we'll get all of the bugs fixed in between now and then, so you don't have to deal with.
Did you watch Goosebumps or Afraid of the Dark?
There is one episode of Goosebumps that I still is engraved in my brain. It was an episode where there is, at the end of the show, there's a scene where there's a girl laying on her bed, and she dangles her feet. Oh, no. Yeah, she dangles her feet off the bed, and there is some licking action, which she thinks is her dog. And as the camera pans down, it happens to be this creepy dude licking her feet.
Like just a man?
It was a man just licking her feet as she's thinking her dog is licking. Oh my gosh,
that's
nasty.
I
still, to this day, I won't dangle my feet over the bed
I
because of that show.
I will wrap them in, like, if it's hot, I will make sure, like, the sheet is around, like, I won't. It's a thing, and I don't know. It's like a monster in your closet. Yeah. There's nothing in the closet.
No, of course not. And I love the dark, but the dangling of the feet, and then, no.
So we did, this was a couple years ago, they don't do it anymore, but it was called Delusion, and it's essentially, like, I know now there's a bunch of escape rooms and stuff like that, but it was the haunted play.
I did that.
Did you do it?
Yes.
We did it, I think it was 4 years ago, and it was my favorite part of this whole thing. So essentially you walk in, you're in a group of like 6 to 8 people, and there's an actor. So you walk in, you're greeted by this actor, and he starts the play. He starts basically telling you parts of the story, acting everything out, and tells you that you're a part. You have to play your role in this to basically get through the experience. So we're walking through the house. There's all sorts of these weird things. We have to like climb through things, go through closets, and you get to this room, and it's just a big, I don't know if you did it the same year we did. It was a big open room, and there was these giant beds. There was like 2 beds, one on each side of the room.
Oh, I don't think I did this one.
You walk into the middle, basically into the room. There's a bed on your right, there's a bed on your left, and the actor, he hears something, and he's like, everybody, shh, 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 shh. All right, get under the bed, and like starts, everyone has to run, and you have to go and climb under these beds. The beds are like on risers, so you can fit underneath there, and you're hiding. You have to be really quiet because you don't want the person that's coming into the room to know that you're under the bed.
Right.
It's this little girl, little creepy girl. She has a doll or like a teddy bear in her hand, and she's singing or whistling. I don't know. She's like making some sort of like little girl creepy sounds. Mm-hmm. And then she goes and she runs, and she has her socks on and slides almost to the end of the bed, and then giggles like, and then turns around and runs. And the whole time you're just like, oh my god, she's gonna go over here. And then she'd go and she'd like lean down like she's gonna look, and then she'd jump back and she'd run. And finally, it felt like half an hour. We were probably only there for like 3 minutes, but it felt like time was going on forever. Yeah. And so she goes across, and then from what I remember, I think she leans down and she goes, boo! And there was like 4 grown-ass men under that bed that she peeked under and said boo. They screamed so loud, like little girls. It was the funniest, creepiest, weirdest thing all in once. Unfortunately, I don't think they do it anymore, but it was really cool. And then later that night, I get separated from the group, tied to a chair with a bag over my head, with like these people performing some sort of ceremony. It was awesome. Like I was terrified, but it was awesome.
See, I did it when it was, I think, Crimson Peak themed, and so it was like, it was pretty crazy. The acting was amazing. The house was amazing. It was very interactive, which I loved. But there was like moments where I was taken away from my group.
You're scared.
Yeah, I was taken away from my group, and I had no idea what was going on. And there was coffins, which I absolutely love, but it was me having to work my way around these coffins, and I didn't know if they had anything in it. Yeah. And so like those kind of experiences, I feel, are one of a kind, and I feel like there should be more of it going on. Yeah. But yeah, no, I would have loved to be the one.
We need to find something. I'm sure there's someone else that does something like that.
Sure. Especially around this time.
Yeah. There was, oh my god, I was gonna say something and I forgot, but that experience was so creepy and so awesome, and I loved every second of it. What else are people asking? All limbs must be under the covers. Yes. I agree. Yes. What else? Do you guys see any questions? We're not looking at it the whole time. Sometimes things get away with it. Is there something that you asked and we missed it and you really want us to answer? Ask it again.
Captain Iberius, my son loves your puppet shows. We'll be sure to follow. People asking about a sub button, but that's shit you gotta work out.
Yeah, guys, once we get this going, I believe once we do more of these and hopefully we get partnered, then we will have a sub button so you guys can subscribe and get more information about everything that we are doing. But I think as of right now, you can still follow. So if you go to the page, there's a follow button in the top corner. You can click that follow button and it'll notify you like when we post stuff, when we're going to go live, all that kind of stuff.
Somebody really wanted to know where you got your orange flannel.
The orange flannel,
which we both have because we
do.
Loved it.
So,
Yeah.
orange flannel, I posted about it, and literally, I got so many DMs. People on Twitter,
Really?
everyone was like, where did you get this flannel? So the flannel comes from Walmart, right? That's where you got the flannel?
Yes, but the only reason why I was so interested in looking it up and wanting that orange flannel was because it was at Horror Nights.
Oh, yeah.
It was at Horror Nights, and all these guys were wearing it, and instead of actually paying attention to like their chainsaws and their masks, I was like, oh my god, that's an awesome
Where
flannel.
did you get that flannel?
I need to have that flannel. And so we went online and we finally found it.
Yeah.
So now we all have that same flannel because it's absolutely amazing.
And
you looked amazing in it.
Thank you. I found it on Amazon, actually, so I went to Walmart.
Even better.
And it was actually $2 cheaper on Amazon.
Okay, and it's probably faster.
Yeah, and it was Prime. So go to Amazon, just do orange and black flannel, it comes right up. You'll love it.
And
It
it's
is.
so comfy.
It's a guy's flannel though.
Yeah.
So I have the small. You probably have the
I
small
have the
too,
same.
and it's giant.
Oh yeah.
But it's cool still.
So
So
I wear it.
This guy was telling you it's called the Enfield haunting. That question you guys were asking about earlier with that. So read. They're on there. Don't just talk to me.
No, mine's not updating.
Oh.
It's not. I don't see it.
Japanese horror movies. Do you like them?
Or opinion on horror movies
Okay.
that are adopted from other countries.
This is definitely not Japanese, but it was the best freaking zombie movie I have ever seen. I believe it's Korean. Train to Busan.
I haven't
Have
seen
you
that.
guys seen that?
Uh-uh.
If you haven't seen it,
Train
will
to Busan.
Busan. It will blow your mind. I watched it with my mother and my sister, who are not horror film fans at all, and we were all screaming and cheering.
Oh, so it's scary. Is it
It
scary?
was
scary?
so intense. It was so intense.
Oh.
It was unlike.
Where
any
can you
other
find
zombie
it?
movie. I found it on Netflix.
Okay.
Actually, amazing. You should
We
check
should
it out.
do. We should make a list. Maybe we'll. Maybe we can post it on social media. Like we can start a list of like our favorites and just our likes. I guess if you don't care about the things, or maybe likes and dislikes.
So
Random girl question: what lipstick are you wearing?
You.
Okay, so I'm wearing Too Faced. It's the chocolate cherry. What is it? Matte.
Where's mine?
Long wear lipstick. It smells like chocolate. It is amazing.
Hold on, I'm gonna go find mine. You keep talking about yours.
I actually have it right here.
Oh, it's right here.
So it comes in a little cute tube. It's called the Melted Chocolate Too Faced brand, and it's the chocolate cherries flavor.
Oh no!
Tastes like cherry chocolate. It's amazing, and it. This
Just
is
kidding.
exactly what it looks
somewhere
like, and
else.
it's long wear, so I can eat and do anything with it.
Yeah, that's your cord,
Mine is.
Which I actually asked you about.
Yeah, it's Infallible, which is L'Oreal, I believe.
Hey, Nubia, is that what you're talking about? The Train to Busan?
Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yes.
There's a lot of people like, yeah.
Train to Busan. Holy. You know,
I'm gonna find it
it
for
was
you.
holy fudge. It was amazing. Do you watch Vikings?
I do watch Vikings. I love that show.
I love Vikings. Violent, bloody, actually historical, educational show.
Guys, I can't find it. Okay, I don't know what the color's called because I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. But it's Infallible by L'Oreal, and I think there's only one. When you look at it, it's purple. The container's purple. There was only one purple, but I don't know. I only have the red one right now.
Our lipsticks actually look alike.
And mine's really purple, but on camera they look really similar. Mm-hmm. If I find it, I'll tell you. But Infallible by L'Oreal, you get it at CVS. It's like $8.
Is this Leanna's place? We need a house tour. Maybe for a future.
Yeah, you don't want to see it
show.
literally right now. This is the only part that looks good. There's cameras and lights everywhere, so when we clean it up, maybe.
Do you watch The Little Mermaid? Oh my God, Little Mermaid.
The movie? I've seen
Is there a
it.
new one?
I don't know.
Is there a new live action one? Because they seem to be doing that with all the
I
Disney
hear they're
movies.
doing that.
Oh, they are?
I hear they're doing
God, no.
They're also, so I
Why?
also heard they're redoing Hocus Pocus with none of the originals.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
why?
but it's not a movie, it's a TV show.
But
Oh,
still.
TV
Still just
show.
as
But
bad.
still, leave it alone.
I'm all for horror TV shows and movies, which you would consider
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus somewhat of
Yeah.
horror. But why?
Just leave it. It's so good already. Like, don't ruin it. Don't give it the opportunity to ruin it.
Yeah, can we just like have a Hocus Pocus 2 where we have all the
Yeah.
original actors?
Someone's bringing up, what do you guys think of the new Star Wars Last Jedi trailer?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta repeat it.
Oh, question. Okay, now I see it. What do you think of the new Star Wars Last Jedi trailer? Amazing.
The use of red. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, dark side much?
It's gonna be awesome. The one cool thing is now, I mean, how many years went by when we didn't have anything Star Wars, and now we have something every year for a while,
that's
for
amazing.
the foreseeable future.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. They're bringing back all my favorites. Batman, Aliens, and now we're going to have a bunch of Star Wars movies. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is. They are, I don't know. Is that a robot? There's some sort of thing, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a robot. They're at the point where they repeat old school ones.
Do you consider Halloween Town a classic? Halloween Town. I loved Halloween Town.
They did more than one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But
the first one.
The first one, yeah.
What's her name? The main character. It's like a weird name.
Yeah.
Starts
I don't
with an M.
remember. But that
It was a really cute movie.
Yeah.
I want to live in Halloween Town. I just want.
Yeah.
I feel like, I know if you've been to Salem around Halloween.
I have not. I would love to go though.
We need to go to Salem. We need to do a Twitch stream from Salem.
That'd be amazing. I can only imagine.
Their fire trucks and their police cars, like the emblem is a witch on a broom.
What?
Like they really embrace it. But so you go there and there's certain spots and there's certain people that really embrace it, and then there's other spots that are just like a general town. But around Halloween, everyone says they deck it out pretty insane.
Nice.
So that's a goal. I need to go to Salem during Halloween. Tales of Halloween on Netflix. Have you seen that? Tales of Halloween? I haven't seen that.
Is that any good? Oh, it's terrible.
Cameron said no, it's terrible.
We just have a commentary. It's terrible.
You're watching Star Trek Discovery.
I actually haven't seen it yet. I've heard really great things. Huh?
What is it
I have not seen Star Trek Discovery. I'm sure they can hear you asking the questions. You're just right there. I've heard very good things about it, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
Likewise.
We'll report back.
I just rewatched the last Star Trek movie, and I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, but I watched Star Trek growing up, so I'm not against Star Trek.
I heard the show's
but
good.
those Star Wars films will be coming back soon too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Star Wars, Star Wars Girls will be coming back soon. We'll probably just stream right here on Twitch for you guys. And so we'll just steer the conversation to nerdy Star Wars talk.
We can talk about more about how we feel about the trailer on Star Wars Girls.
Could you ever do an Elvira style show?
We could talk
Oh my gosh, Elvira style
movies.
show?
Maybe we can get. How would that work? Could we do that?
Wait,
we
can we
watch
get
a
Leanna
movie?
in that dress though?
Oh hell
You just
no!
gotta get this just like she does. She gets the ones that are
Good and bad reviews.
Good and bad
But
reviews.
We could do it on here, right?
Yeah.
We could show the movie like in this other little tiny box
what is
down
that
here,
movie?
and then you could have us blabbing about it the whole time.
Or they're not,
Yes.
That would be fun.
Yes, absolutely. That would be
Public
amazing.
domain.
Yeah.
So we will
Yeah, we
do an Elvira style show here.
Did you see the New Mutants trailer?
No, have you?
No, I have not seen that. I will check that out. Thank you.
We need to start a list. We need
I
maybe
know,
next time
I definitely
to start a
start-
list of things.
Yeah.
What
How
else?
do you feel about Bates Motel? Oh my! I saw how many seasons
The
did I
guy
see?
nailed it right now. He's like, it's public domain movies.
I've
That's
seen-
how it
Public
should-
domain.
I've seen a couple of the seasons, and that kid is actually I thought was a really good actor. I know he's in a new show, which I almost feel like he's playing the same character as he
In a
is in
different
Bates
show?
Motel, The Good Doctor or something.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's him. Like
Just redoing, just with a different name.
Yeah, now he's just a doctor.
I watched a little bit of it, the beginning, and then I just feel like I'm so busy that it has to really grab me in the first. Like, I'll give it a couple episodes, but if after a couple I'm not sucked in, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. It's a little slow, but it has its moments where I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
It's worth watching.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like keep going. I'm gonna go back to the very beginning.
Yeah, go for it.
Because people started asking questions, and then
People
we.
ask you what are your plans for Halloween this year?
Oh.
Halloween. Well, because I have the frequent theater paths for
You gonna go
horror
on Halloween?
nights, I talked to my sister who actually works at the park, and she said that's actually a great time to go.
Day. Yeah.
Because there aren't too many people there, probably because people expect there to be large crowds.
And people are taking their kids trick or treating. They're
Yeah,
not going to go to
exactly.
the park.
So I think it's a great time to go and check out all the mazes again. Which I didn't even ask you. What's your favorite maze at Horror Nights?
Favorite maze. So it's 2 for
Okay.
me. The Shining, and then I think it was Titans of Terror.
Yes.
Titans of Terror, which was like it's
Wait, no, it wasn't the Blumhouse one.
No, it's
No.
the classic horror characters.
Yes.
So it's like Jason, Freddy, I think Leatherface. So you're getting all of like the old school horror, and it's cool because it's all in one, and it's a really long maze. So you're like jumping from movie to movie. And then The Shining was just unreal. Like it was so cool.
That's actually my favorite as well.
So
Shining. Oh my god, I know that last year they did The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see that?
We've gone for the past. This will be our 11th year.
Nice.
11th year.
Okay, so
yeah,
you definitely
we go
checked it
every
out.
year, and like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, The Shining though, I thought, they did Krampus last year and then did The Exorcist last year. I thought, what are they going to top it off with this year? The Shining maze was amazing. Even the opening, like actually going into the maze, I thought they did a great job. And just, I had so much fun in that maze.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I found myself, I had a big grin on my face just going through it.
Yeah,
You guys should check it out.
I think a lot of the years they'll repeat certain ones.
Yeah.
But this year, The Shining's new. Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh my
really
gosh.
good is new. Titans of Terror is new. I mean, I know that they've had like certain parts of the movies like separate mazes.
Yeah.
Last year, they don't have Halloween this year, and Halloween was really good last year. But yeah, definitely things to check out. Halloween, I didn't answer the Halloween question. Actually, on Halloween, we go home and we hand out candy. We do everything we do. I'm dressing up all year round. We're doing so many things in the month of October leading up to Halloween. We do every Halloween thing that we can get to.
I'm sure you're
so
busy.
once Halloween comes around, like I just sit there and hand out candy to kids and relax. And
I wish there were kids knocking on my door asking for candy, because I always have. I have actually Star Wars pest dispensers to give for Halloween.
I'm gonna go to
such
your
a nerd.
house.
Yeah,
Tell me
I
when you're
really
going to
do.
Horror Nights so I can go before you leave.
But I always try to do something. And there are times where I just want to stay home and watch a horror movie and eat pizza and have some wine or something. But this year I'd love to go to Horror Nights on Halloween, because I hear that it's empty, and I kind of want the park all to myself. So yeah,
We found that'd be a good day.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
But I'm coming over to your
What do
house
you
to get
think
some
of
candy.
American Horror Story?
Ooh. Have you kept up with it? Because I've kept American Horror Story.
American
I've
Horror
seen
Story?
a couple seasons.
My favorite. So, which one was the first one?
The house.
The house, and then it was it Coven, and then Freak Show. There's so many of them. My favorite.
No, there was the Asylum one, no?
Asylum. I think Asylum was third.
Okay.
Freak Show is my favorite. There's so many of them, and I was late to the game with American Horror Story, but I think Freak Show was just so weird and trippy, and kind of like some of the things made you feel uncomfortable, and I love that. Like, I love the fact that you watch something and you're like, that is so gross, but I can't look away. And I felt like the story was good. It was really twisted. From what I've heard, one of my friends told me Asylum is awesome. And then I have Roanoke, but I've watched only the first couple episodes. I have the whole season, so I need to catch up. But I haven't watched or a couple episodes of Cult. But I haven't sat down to watch the whole thing. I kind of get bits and pieces.
Right.
So I feel like I'm not getting the best experience,
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the first season was really good, because it was just something. I remember I caught it on a little snippet of it on TV, and I thought it was a movie. I'm like, oh my god, what movie is this? So I went to the programming and I saw American Horror Story, so I was looking it up for a movie. I'm like, I need to see the full length of this movie.
If you're on it, just go up like that and they'll show you the latest.
And
it's not always down. Sometimes it'll pop up on the bottom.
I couldn't believe it was a show, and I was really excited that it was a show because I could see more of it. But the first season was definitely, I would say, my favorite. Although Freak Show definitely was interesting, and I was really excited to watch.
It was also really visually pleasing. Like, the colors and everything was just so bright and vibrant and twisted. It was good. I liked it. Yeah. Someone asked, I guess, your favorite thing at Orlando's Horror Nights. Man, there was so much. Favorite maze. What was the one? Scarecrow, but there was 2. And there were 2 mazes that we don't have here. Scarecrow, and there was another one that was like right next to it.
The Dark Waters.
Dark Waters.
What was that like?
It was so cool. The Scarecrow one was awesome. Like, you walk up and there's a cornfield. Like, they have so much space that they can set all that stuff up. And then Dark Waters was like this old boat. and you're walking in this boat, and it's all like skewed, so you have to like walk up, and it was just cool. Like everything about it, I eat that stuff up. I love it so much. Oh, you can see my socks. Frankenstein
Those are
socks.
so cute.
They're from Target.
That.
They were like $2.
I did have a question though. So you said that there was Sam from Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
So was he like Sam size Trick or Treat? Mm-hmm. Really?
It was a little girl, I think.
Oh my gosh.
I heard her laugh, and I was like, "That's a little girl's laugh." And I think there was two. Was there two of them?
There was a bunch in, like, they had them placed too, like on dummies, but they were life size, just in trees, like crazy places. So.
But there was two walking around, and they had the little sucker,
nice.
And she was like skipping around, and she did the creepy little kid laugh. It was really cool.
You know, I heard the backstory of Trick or Treat. I heard it was filmed a very long time ago, and it took forever to get released. And I thought it was an amazing movie.
Yeah,
like
I loved it.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why. I'm not really sure on why it wasn't released as soon as it was filmed.
But that's like Star Wars. When they were first like pitching Star Wars, everyone was like, "This isn't gonna go anywhere. No one's gonna watch this." And now look at it.
Oh my gosh.
Like everybody knows about Star Wars. You're born and you're like, Star Wars? Of course I know about Star Wars.
Especially now.
Any horror themed songs you like? Any songs from horror films you enjoy?
I am a big metal fan, so
where are we going on November 5th?
Oh, Not Best! Yes. Oh my god, that's like a horror movie in itself. Unfortunately, Slipknot's not playing this year, which, I mean, if you guys have ever seen Slipknot play, they're in full masks and full get-ups, and it's amazing.
Intense.
It's like a horror movie playing out for you live. But I'm so excited for that concert.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Usually every Halloween or around this time, we see Rob Zombie, and he's one of the people that I can see perform over and over again. And we were actually at New York Comic Con, which was very strange, and we were going up the escalator, and there was like a random DJ just in the hall. It was super random, but he's playing Rob Zombie, and it's like just the music just gets you like pumped up, and it's just creepy, and it reminds you of Halloween, and it's just something, there's like a feeling that I get, and I'm like, I can listen to this over and over again.
Which I heard Rob Zombie had a theme park it was for a couple of years or so.
Halloween.
It was like
for Halloween.
It was like a maze, right? He had like a maze and
like a festival.
Festival,
Rob Zombie Fest, and he would perform. We missed it the past couple years. It didn't do good. Comments over here said it didn't do good.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that, because Rob Zombie is definitely so entertaining, and seeing him, he's just, I feel like Halloween is every day for him.
Yeah.
As it should be.
For everybody in life.
But I've seen him so many times, and every time I'm so excited to see him again.
You just get pumped up.
Yeah.
It's the energy.
And Marilyn Manson is playing this year at Knotfest, which I have never seen Marilyn Manson
You
live.
haven't?
No, and I love his music.
It'll be fun.
He's a horror movie.
You know what we can do?
Live as well.
If our signal is good, maybe we can do a little stream from there. Because we can do it mobile.
Yeah.
So if we don't get yelled at for recording, we totally will.
Which we actually have pit tickets this year. That's kind of my fault, so sorry. But it would be great.
Yeah, we totally can. If our signal is good enough. It's the 5th, right?
The 4th or the 5th?
6th? We have no idea what we're doing.
We're going on the Sunday. We're in Marilyn Manson's place.
They're going to check and tell us.
Yeah.
Someone's going to go see Arch Enemy and Trivium next month.
5th.
I love Arch Enemy.
Very nice.
November 5.
November 5th. November 5th.
November 5th. See us
November
there.
5th.
Has Manson recovered from his accident? I did not hear from this. I hear about this until the day after, which, you know, because I was so excited about seeing Marilyn Manson this year, I looked up some of his live.
Oh, did he hurt himself? I didn't hear about this. Did he hurt himself?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no. Seeing him live apparently is more than just seeing him play music. It's actually seeing him.
He's like all over
very
the place.
theatrical and go like full Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
But I did hear that he had an accident.
What do you do?
While playing live, he climbed up his props, and it actually ended up falling on him and crushing him, and so he had to have some of his staff come and pull him out. And
somebody's getting fired.
You know, actually, it was his own fault, because he was actually there were scenes shown that he was actually trying to climb it, and he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, getting a little overexcited. Well, hopefully he's healthy and recovered and doing good.
Because he has to play.
We're going to be there November 5th, and we expect you to be there.
Read the last one.
Ooh.
Someone says, GG Star with 3 R's, says, can you share more about what Best Fiends Forever is all about? That Monster Mash video is the best. So Best Fiends Forever is my kids' puppet show. And it's essentially it's bringing it back to stuff that I saw and that I loved when I was a kid, and it's nostalgia of like things that are creepy cute, and it's also still giving a good message to kids. It's not just about puppets talking about random stuff, but it's educational. Some of the types of episodes we do sing-alongs, which is Monster Mash.
Wait, do you sing?
This was lip syncing because we just did it to the Bobby Pickett song. So in that one, no. But last year's episode, we actually wrote our own Halloween song, and I did sing. And fun fact, when there was talk of singing, I was like, hell no. This mouth, songs will not be coming out of this mouth. I don't care what you say, it's not happening. And it ended up happening, but slowly I feel like I got more comfortable. We did a lot of ADR, so I got more comfortable in the sound booth. And I sang, and I guess it was all right.
I'd love to hear you sing. I can't wait. Maybe next podcast.
Oh no, I'm not be singing on this. There was some editing that made me sound good. I was behind music, but essentially the show, it's a kids puppet show where it's educational, it's fun, it's spooky, it's creepy, but it's not scary. So kids can watch it. We have a zombie, we have a ghost, we have a bat, and then there's me. I'm the real human in the show.
Don't they have their own social media?
We
accounts?
do.
It's been on there.
It's Best Fiends Forever is our Instagram. Best Fiends Forever basically all across the board. You can find us on social media. bestfiendsforever.com. If you just go there, it has links to all of our videos and all of our social media. You just go to one stop and find everything. But yes, check it out. I love it. We have lots more episodes coming soon. We do cooking episodes. We do sing-alongs. We do a series that's called That's Using Your Imagination. So essentially it's the puppets and I coming up with something. We did an episode is pirates. So we transform into pirates and we do sing-alongs. So there's a lot more singing than I ever thought I would do in my life in these, but I have so much fun doing it. And if you guys have any other questions about it, please let me know. But you can find everything you need to know at bestfiendsforever.com.
Perfect.
Team you're rooting for the Vikings?
I
can't remember who.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm not caught up on Vikings.
We haven't watched it for a long time.
We have it all recorded, but we haven't caught up. Marilyn Manson live in concert is amazing.
I
yes,
hear,
Marquise.
and I can't wait.
It's Team Bjorn or Team Ivar, because that's who's left now.
I'm gonna go Bjorn.
Yep, definitely. He's all grown up now.
He is all grown up. It's so weird when you see them because they jump so much, and Vikings has been on for years now, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I remember the first season I watched, I just thought, oh my gosh, yes, this is violent, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's intense for its History Channel.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with this History Channel when that came out. I was like, wow, bring in their A game.
I mean, that definitely was their history, so
yeah,
they did a great job.
Someone wrote, gotta love DK. So in the puppet show, the zombie's name is DK, Cubby, and Howlin. Howlin is actually like an actual full-size werewolf character, which is really fun to interact because you get like a giant werewolf and then the puppets are tiny, so you get that sense of like it's real.
Nice.
What?
You're good.
I didn't say anything.
Hi from Smarty Cartoons.
Hi Smarty Cartoons.
Have you seen the Misfits live? I have not. Their music is rad. I just have not seen them live.
Because they're not good without Glenn Danzig's.
Oh,
Comments from off screen said because they're not good without Glenn Danzig. I agree.
Metallica or Megadeth? I've seen
Metallica.
Both. I've recently seen Metallica at the Palladium after was it the Grammy show? And they showed up 2 hours late, which, you know what?
Divas.
It's Metallica though. I didn't mind waiting. And it was an amazing show. They're just, I've been listening to them for a long time and seeing them live, and they're still rocking it and they're still doing amazing. Wow. Megadeth I haven't seen for like a little while. But Metallica I just recently saw, and wow. It re-sparked that like, holy crap, Metallica's
I remember
awesome.
why I love them.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen Metallica live. I've seen Megadeth live like 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to pick, I would say Metallica.
Same. Says Dead Fluff 1 2 3.
What else? Anything that we missed that you guys saw? No?
Let's see.
Any other comments, concerns, questions? Someone wrote, Free Comic Book Day is October 28th.
For Comic Book Day, nice.
People are asking
think
more about the trailer of Star Wars.
Who's your favorite character from Star Wars? They said.
I know my favorite. My favorite Star Wars character of all time will always be Darth Vader. I'm Vader all the way.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I knew we were going to have the same answer. We should have just said 1, 2, 3, Darth Vader. We actually can't. Oh no, he doesn't have it on. No. Our skeleton, you can only see part of his. You see his pumpkin pail and his arm and his leg, but he had a Darth Vader mask on. I don't know if it fell off or we took it off.
Different show.
Different show. We'll show you that later.
Any places you'd like to film from Ghosted in Florida?
You know what? We were actually just in Florida, and there was people telling us about all these creepy haunted things in Florida.
Really?
And when I think of Florida, I don't think of anything scary. I think of Disney.
I think of alligators.
Gators and Disney. So I would love to explore Florida all around. Kind of just anywhere. I feel like you could go to any state, and as long as you ask the right people or find out the right history, there's creepy haunted stuff everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Europe because I feel like everything is so old there and there's so much history with haunted stuff. So, yeah, I would go anywhere to film Ghosted. I don't care.
It's funny because I just recently saw an article on Facebook. I follow a bunch of science and nerd stuff. There's an article saying, like, every state in the U.S. has their own, like, horror stories.
Yeah.
And their own, myths and whatnot. And California had a few. And it's funny because, I didn't really think of it. Like, all the
we live here.
Haunted places in California, like, you hear of, like, middle schools that were once hospitals, and you hear about a lot of things happening there. But, like, Gravity Hill was one of them.
Did you ever go to Linda Vista, the old hospital?
No.
Where's Linda Vista, or where did it used to be, Cameron? Do you remember?
Somewhere near downtown.
Somewhere close to downtown. And it was this old abandoned hospital. We went there for a photo shoot once, and you just go into this place, and you're like, ugh. Like you just feel like something is wrong there. And the day that we were there, it was like a group photo shoot. So they had a bunch of photographers there and a bunch of models, and you kind of just did your own thing. Everyone else had left. We were there, and it was just me, Cameron, the photographer. And it's giant. I mean, it's huge, and it's just so creepy. Nothing in particular happened. I was very terrified. I didn't want to be anywhere by myself because it just felt wrong. Like, it felt like you shouldn't be there. And then come to find out, years later, they turned it into senior citizen living. So now people are living there. They tore it down and just built apartments or condos or whatever, whatever's buildings there. So those people probably have some fun stories.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you guys know of any other haunted places in California that we should definitely visit? Oh, do you listen to Amon Amarth? Yes. Their music videos, it's like watching Vikings.
It is. It is the real life Vikings.
Blown away by it.
I can never think. I always have to ask my brother. There's one song. It's like my favorite song, and I can never remember the name of it. But it's by Amon Amarth. The peanut gallery over here is eating chips. It's so damn loud. We're all kind of ravenous because all we had was a mini. They haven't eaten, and we had mini hamburgers.
I know, that's true. How about the Cecile Hotel? Super freaky place in
I've
downtown
never been there.
LA. No?
Have you ever been there?
No, I have not.
I've heard of it, but I've never been there. How are we doing on time? What time is it? Hour and a half.
Ooh.
Okay, maybe we'll go for a little bit longer, and then we gotta go to Horror Nights.
We're going to Horror Nights, so if you guys have your freaking fear passes, or you guys
or happen to be going tonight,
might as well go today.
Oh, mine's frozen. I was like, we look terrible on that.
Do you live in Massachusetts? No, we live in Southern California. Yeah. Los Angeles.
Have you ever visited any haunted sites in New Orleans? So first episode of Ghosted was actually in New Orleans. We went, I'm trying to think of where we went. We went to one of the places, the Andrew Jackson Hotel. If you watch the show, I won't tell you what happened. Watch it and you'll kind of see. But we did go to this old, this one building, and I guess it would be the slave quarters is the room that we were in. Yeah. It's just upstairs. And they called it something else. It had like a technical name. Forget what it was called. But it was essentially like if you had like an aunt or uncle that didn't work, they would live in that, they'd move in with you and they would live in that room, and you would work and you would support them if they were retired or old or couldn't work. Okay. But that room was so damn creepy, and we went upstairs, it was completely dark. So we walk upstairs into a dark room. I have a night vision, not really night vision, but it's a thermal camera that you attach to your phone. It's called the FLIR.
Ooh,
so
nice.
I can see thermal, so I can see if there's anything that's reading a heat signature, but I can't see anything else. It's pitch black. And we go up there, and there was names of the spirits. They basically named these people of interactions that they had, like this is Samuel, this is Joe, and typical things that those characters would do. And so our guide, his name was Michael Bill, that was up there with us, said, I'm going to leave the room because they don't like men. And it was me and her name was Elaine, and she was the other ghost hunter. We're up there by ourselves. The second he leaves, like all the meters start going off, like it was just crazy. Watch the episode.
Oh my gosh.
It was super creepy. But that place actually, if you watch the episode, you'll get the name. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but they do tours. So you can actually do that tour that I did and be in that creepy room.
Alright, so wrapping it up.
Fran, would you do a Jessica Jones cosplay?
I mean, everyone tells me all the time because I have a leather jacket. If I wear jeans and a leather jacket, they're like, you're Jessica Jones. I'm like,
no way.
No, I mean, I'm just myself.
Did you actually see the show?
Yeah, we've been watching The Defenders.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. But no, I mean, that's just my normal clothes.
Colt ex-leader says, have you been to any oddity shops lately? Which is funny because we actually went to one together.
The Mystic Museum, right?
Yes.
Mystic Museum in Burbank. Mm-hmm. We went a couple weeks ago, and we bought some stuff.
Yeah, we did.
But, this little
awesome shop.
Crystal ball that's on our table, you got some cool jewelry, and I got a shirt. Actually, you guys saw it. I was wearing it in my post with the flannel, and it said, the only thing I hunt are ghosts.
Super cute.
My favorite. What else?
Is it a velvet couch? Yes, it is. It's super soft and cute.
It's purple. Oh, someone linked Ghosted for you guys. If you guys want to watch Ghosted, just click the link in the comments.
Agents Fire.
Thank you.
We're off to Universal.
Alright guys, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Leanna.
And I'm Nubia.
And we'll be back. We'll post, make sure you're following us on social media. It's Fright Night Show on Instagram and Twitter. And make sure to follow us on Twitch. We'll post updates, let you know. Most likely we're going to be going live Thursday.
Yep, this Thursday.
And what's that? And we're going to get everything fixed. We'll get the donation thing fixed. Audio seems to be working okay. But yeah, any other things, if there's any other thing that wasn't working or you guys have notes or comments for us, leave them in the comments. We'll check it. And right now we're going to head off for some spooky fun at Universal. So we'll see you guys in a couple days.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye. Oh, I just stepped in the burger. Oops. And stop. And yeah.